You're thinking about moving to China. And before you book the flight, before you sign the contract, before you pack a single bag, there's one question you need answered. How much money do you actually need to live there? Search online and you'll find two completely opposite answers. Some websites tell you China is incredibly cheap. Others tell you Beijing and Shanghai are now almost as expensive as major Western cities. So which one is true? After more than 7 years of living and working in China, and watching hundreds of foreigners navigate this exact question, I can tell you the honest answer. Both are true. And the difference comes down to 3 things: where you live, how you live, and what your employer provides. I'm Joe, and this is the Middle Kingdom Code, the channel where I share everything I've learned from 7 years on the ground in China, so you can make smarter decisions before you ever board the plane. If this is the kind of honest, no-fluff content you're looking for, subscribe right now. Every week I publish practical guides that most channels never cover. You'll want the next one. Now let's break down exactly what China costs in 2026, category by category, city by city, with real numbers in both yuan and dollars. The number that changes everything. Before we get into any specific expense, I want to give you the single most important piece of context for this entire video. For a single person, the average cost of living in China is around 13,000 to 18,000 RMB per month, roughly $1,900 to $2,600 USD, covering rent, food, transportation, and other essentials. But here's why that number is almost useless on its own. A single professional living a premium expat lifestyle in Shanghai budgets 28,000 to 45,000 RMB per month. That's $4,000 to $6,500 USD. The same person in Beijing runs 26,000 to 42,000 RMB, roughly $3,750 to $6,000 USD. The primary driver in both cities is housing. Meanwhile, a local integrated lifestyle, standard apartment outside expat enclaves, public hospitals, local restaurants, metro commuting, costs 6,500 to 10,000 RMB per month, around $940 to $1,450 USD in those same cities. Same city, same year, cost difference of up to 400%. That's not a rounding error. That's a lifestyle decision. And that's exactly what this video is going to help you make with your eyes open. 2. Housing. The expense that changes everything. If there's one number that can make two foreigners living in the same Chinese city have completely different financial realities, it's housing. Pay close attention here. A one-bedroom apartment in a foreign popular central district in Shanghai, areas like Jing'an or Lujiazui, cost 7,000 to 9,000 RMB per month, roughly $1,000 to $1,300 USD. The same applies to Sanlitun or the CBD in Beijing. In Tier 2 cities like Chengdu or Xi'an, a one-bedroom apartment in a residential area rents for 2,000 RMB to 3,100 RMB per month, the equivalent of $300 to $450 USD to. That's roughly 1/3 of the Shanghai price for a comparable space. Now here's where it gets critically important for anyone considering a teaching or work contract. If your employer provides an apartment, or gives you a genuine housing allowance that covers real rent in your city, your entire financial situation looks completely different from someone paying the full cost themselves. This is why I always tell people, don't look at a salary number in isolation. If someone offers you 18,000 RMB, around $2,600 USD, a month, that number tells you almost nothing. What you need to know is, what is left after housing? And there's one more housing reality that catches almost every newcomer by surprise. Most landlords require 2 to 3 months' rent as a deposit, plus first month's rent, plus sometimes an agency fee, all before you receive your first paycheck. In a city like Shanghai, that could mean 21,000 to 27,000 RMB, $3,000 to $3,900 USD, due up front before you've earned a single yuan. In practice in 2026, most landlords also require a valid residence permit to sign a rental contract. Don't arrive in China with exactly enough money to survive until month 1. Give yourself a financial cushion of at least 3 months' worth of expenses before you land. 3. Food. Cheap or expensive? Your choice. This is where China's real value advantage shows up most clearly. And this is also where many foreigners accidentally spend far more than they need to. Local market groceries run about 1,000 to 1,750 RMB per month, roughly $150 to $250 USD, for one person. Rice costs roughly 3.250 RMB, $0.50 USD, per kilogram. Eggs about 550 RMB, $0.80 USD, per dozen. Local vegetables 2 to 7 RMB, $0.30 to $1 USD, per pound. A noodle or rice bowl at a local restaurant costs 10 to 21 RMB, $1.50 to $3 USD. Hot pot for 2 runs, 70 to 105 RMB, $10 to $15 USD. That's genuinely affordable. That's one of the best arguments for living in China. But here's what happens to a lot of foreigners, especially in the first few months. They move to China and continue living as if they're still back home. Imported cheese, imported cereal, Western-style coffee shops, international supermarkets, premium delivery from upscale restaurants. Imported groceries from international supermarkets cost 2 to 3 times more than local equivalents. Expat-oriented cafes and restaurants charge 55 to 105 RMB, $8 to $15 USD, for a lunch. China isn't expensive. An imported version of your old lifestyle in China can be. The good news? You have a genuine choice. You can eat a 15 RMB, $2 USD, local meal, or a 150 RMB, $22 USD, imported ingredient dinner. You can shop at a wet market or an international supermarket. Both exist. Both are accessible. The decision is yours. Personally, one of the best investments I ever made in my China life was learning to eat locally. It saved me money and gave me a far richer experience of the country I was actually living in. 4. Transportation, one of China's real bargains. This is one of the most genuinely affordable categories in China, and one of the least appreciated by people who haven't been here yet. In most cities, monthly transportation costs range between 140 to 490 RMB, $20 to $70 USD. Public buses and metro systems have low fares, usually less than 7 RMB, $1 USD, per ride. DD ride-hailing adds flexibility when you need it. Still dramatically cheaper than taxis in most Western cities. Shared bicycles cost less than 1.50 RMB, 20 cents USD, per ride. And here's something most people don't think about before moving here. In many Chinese cities, owning a car can actually create more problems than it solves. In Shanghai, a license plate alone can exceed 90,000 RMB, roughly $13,000 USD, at auction. Add parking, insurance, fuel, maintenance, and urban traffic, and the math quickly favors not owning a vehicle at all. Most foreigners combine metro, DD, and shared bikes and spend less on transportation in a month than they would on a single tank of gas back home. One thing I always tell people: separate your daily commute budget from your travel budget. Because China's high-speed rail network changes how you think about weekends. Getting from one major city to another in 2 hours for 200 to 400 RMB, $30 to $60 USD, opens up the entire country. Budget for that separately, and budget for it generously, because it's one of the best things about living here. 5. Utilities, phone, and internet. These won't break your budget, but they deserve a clear-eyed look. Monthly internet and mobile plans cost 100 to 300 RMB, roughly $15 to $45 USD. Basic utilities like electricity and water range from 500 to 1,500 RMB per month, around $70 to $220 USD. That 500 to 1,500 RMB range for utilities is wide for a reason. China has enormous climate variation. If you're living in Guangzhou or Shenzhen, your air conditioning bill in summer will be significant. If you're living in Tianjin, Shenyang, or Harbin, your winter heating costs will be the variable to watch. Northern cities often have centralized heating that's billed separately from your utility payments. Don't take a colleague's utility bill from a southern city and assume it applies to your northern apartment. It won't. One utility-adjacent cost worth building into your budget from day one. If you depend on Google services, Western social platforms, or video streaming for work or communication, a reliable VPN runs approximately 70 to 210 RMB, $10 to $30 USD per month, depending on provider. It's not an optional luxury if you depend on blocked services. The cost is modest, but it's real. 6. Healthcare. The expense people forget until they need it. This is the category most people don't think about until they're actually sick. Public healthcare in China is excellent and very affordable. A basic outpatient visit at a public hospital typically costs 50 to 200 RMB, $7 to $29 USD, including medication. Private international hospitals are preferred by many expats, but can cost 700 to 2,100 RMB, $100 to $300 USD, per consultation. Here's the practical reality for most foreigners living in China in 2026. Many employers, especially schools and larger companies, include basic health insurance as part of their compensation package. If yours does, understand exactly what it covers and what it doesn't. If yours doesn't, build a monthly budget line for private health insurance now. A basic expat health plan covering hospitalization and emergency care runs approximately 700 to 1,400 RMB, $100 to $200 USD per month. A comprehensive plan with full international hospital access runs 2,100 to 4,200 RMB, $300 to $600 USD per month. The mistake I see most often: people arrive with no health insurance coverage for their first month because their work-provided insurance hasn't activated yet. Sort this before you fly. Quick pause here. What's the expense that worries you most about moving to China? Rent? Food? Healthcare? Something else entirely? Drop it in the comments right now. I read every single one, and your question might become the next video on this channel. Okay, let's put all the numbers together. 7. The 3 realistic budget scenarios. Instead of pretending there's one magic number that works for everyone, let me give you 3 real scenarios, built on current 2026 data. These are planning ranges, not promises. Your city, housing arrangement, lifestyle, and employer benefits move these numbers significantly. Scenario 1. Budget lifestyle. Employer-provided housing. Your school or employer provides an apartment or a genuine housing allowance that covers real local rent. You eat mostly local Chinese food, neighborhood restaurants, wet markets, local delivery apps. You use public transportation and shared bikes. You travel occasionally but don't go out expensively. For a single person, this budget lands comfortably at $5,000 to $8,000 RMB per month, roughly $720 to $1,160 USD. And in many Tier 2 cities with housing covered, this is a genuinely comfortable, enjoyable life. This isn't hardship living. This is smart living. Scenario 2. Comfortable local integrated lifestyle. You're paying some or all of your housing in a Tier 2 city, or receiving a partial allowance in a Tier 1 city. You eat a mix of local and Western food. You use Didi occasionally. You go out, travel on weekends, have a gym membership and streaming subscriptions. This lifestyle in a new Tier 1 city like Chengdu, Hangzhou, or Wuhan lands at 6,500 to 10,000 RMB per month, around $940 to $1,450 USD. In most Chinese cities outside the top tier, a single person can live comfortably on $1,200 to $2,500 USD, 8,300 to 17,300 RMB per month including rent. This is the range that makes the most sense for the majority of foreign teachers and mid-level professionals. Scenario 3. Premium expat lifestyle. In a Tier 1 city, you're living in a central apartment in Shanghai or Beijing. You eat at international restaurants regularly, buy imported groceries, use Didi frequently, travel every few weeks, and maintain a lifestyle comparable to a major Western city. A single professional at this lifestyle level in Shanghai budgets 28,000 to 45,000 RMB, $4,000 to $6,500 USD per month. In Beijing, 26,000 to 42,000 RMB, $3,750 to $6,000 USD. Tier 1 cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou are no longer cheap. Living costs are on par with major Western cities, and a comfortable expat lifestyle requires at least 24,000 RMB, $3,500 USD, a month. That's the reality. Anyone telling you Shanghai is cheap in 2026 is working with outdated information. 8. The city changes everything. This is one of the most important lessons I've learned in 7 years in China. China isn't one cost of living market. It's dozens of them. A Tier 1 city typically costs 25 to 40% more than a Tier 3 city for housing and daily expenses. Rural areas can deliver costs 60 to 70% lower than central megacities. Tier 2 cities like Chengdu or Xi'an offer one-bedroom apartments for 2,000 to 3,100 RMB, $300 to $450 USD per month. Shanghai and Beijing command 4,100 to 6,200 RMB, $600 to $900 USD for equivalent space. That doesn't mean you should automatically choose the cheapest city. A cheaper city might have fewer career opportunities. A more expensive city might offer a significantly higher salary that more than compensates for the cost. A school that provides housing completely transforms the financial equation regardless of city tier. Stop asking, "What's the cheapest place I can live in China?" Start asking, "Where can I find the best combination of income, expenses, opportunities, and quality of life?" Those are two very different questions, and they lead to very different decisions. 9. The mistake I don't want you to make. Don't arrive in China thinking, "Everything is cheap, I'll figure out the money later." That's how people end up in financial trouble in their first month. Here's what to do instead. Before you sign anything, build your own budget for the specific city where you'll be living. Not national averages, not someone else's lifestyle. Your city, your housing situation, your habits. Calculate your expected income. Subtract real rent for that city. Subtract utilities. Estimate food based on how you actually eat. Add transportation, phone, VPN, entertainment, and travel. Then add a buffer for the unexpected. And most critically, plan your arrival month separately from every other month. Your first month is not a normal month. In a city like Shanghai, your upfront housing costs alone, deposit plus first month, could run 21,000 to 27,000 RMB, $3,000 to $3,900 USD, before you've earned a single yuan. You might also need household items, clothes appropriate for the local climate, a SIM card, around 100 to 200 RMB, $15 to $30 USD, transportation from the airport, and possibly a hotel while you find your apartment. Plan to arrive with at least 3 months of expenses in reserve, not 1. 3. 10. Can you actually save money in China? Yes, but the amount varies enormously based on choices you make before you arrive. Cost-conscious expats can save a significant portion of their earnings, especially in lower-cost cities. Here's a real comparison that illustrates the point. A teacher earning 18,000 RMB, $5,600 USD, per month with free housing in a Tier 2 city could realistically save 10,000 to 13,000 RMB, $1,450 to $1,900 USD, every single month. A teacher earning 25,000 RMB, $3,600 USD, per month, but paying 8,000 RMB, $1,160 USD, in rent in Shanghai, and maintaining an expensive lifestyle might save less than 3,000 RMB, $435 USD, per month, if anything. The bigger salary produced the smaller savings. This is why I keep coming back to the same point. Don't chase the biggest salary number. Chase the best financial equation. Income minus real expenses equals actual savings. That is the only number that matters. Outro. China can be surprisingly affordable, or surprisingly expensive. The difference is almost never about the country itself. It's about the choices you make before you arrive. Choose your city deliberately. Negotiate your housing as part of your compensation, not as an afterthought. Build a realistic budget for the specific life you want to live, and arrive with enough in reserve that your first month isn't a financial crisis. Do that, and China gives you something genuinely rare: the ability to choose exactly how far your money goes. For many people, including me, 7 years in, that turns out to be one of the best financial decisions they ever made. If this video gave you something useful, I'd love 3 things from you. Subscribe to the Middle Kingdom Code. Every week I publish honest, practical, experience-based guides for living, working, and navigating China. You'll want the next one. Like this video if it helped you think more clearly about the real costs. It helps the next person find this before they land with the wrong budget. Share this with anyone you know who's considering the move. You might just save them from a very expensive assumption. And drop your biggest budget question in the comments. I read every single one, and your question might be the next video on this channel. I'm Joe. This is the Middle Kingdom Code. I'll see you in the next one.